Congratulations, you got the interview. Now let's take a couple minutes and discuss how you want to maximize your time with the hiring manager, how you want to best present yourself in the interview process. Remember, the interview process is like an empty triangle. From the beginning to the end, our job is to fill in as much space as we possibly can at the base of that triangle, leading us towards the point, the tip, and at some point in between, we're filling that space to either move this process forward or recognize if it's not the right opportunity and know when to cut the line. That's what we do in the interview process. In each interview, what we're trying to accomplish is three primary goals. The first goal is for you, the candidate, to learn as much as you can about this opportunity to determine if this is the right opportunity for you. The second is for you to sell yourself, your background, your capabilities to the hiring manager and present yourself as the best viable candidate for this opportunity. And the third goal is that assuming there is some level of interest in this opportunity, we want to close and close hard to advance the process. So if we take a look at each of those areas, the learning area, the selling area, and the closing area, I'd like to talk a little bit more specifically about each one. For the learning area, prior to your interview, take some time, grab a piece of paper, and make three columns. The job column, the company column, and the culture or chemistry column. Within those columns, you will find the three big most important parts of any opportunity. I call them the big three: the right job in the right company with the right people. On the bottom right hand corner, I draw a dollar sign and I write the word logistics. Logistics, as it pertains to a career opportunity, is everything about your job or your career that will have an impact on the rest of your life. How far you're traveling, where you live, what your commute is like, odd hours, do you work weekends, are you working late overnight shifts, any of that stuff that will have an impact on the rest of your personal or family life. I concentrate on those areas as well as the big three, primarily the right job in the right company with the right people for the right money that works into my lifestyle, the rest of what's going on in my life. Now, on the back of that piece of paper, I write three questions, all starting with, based on where I've been and what I've done so far. Question number one, what would I like to continue doing? Based on where I've been and what I've done so far, what do I want to continue doing, or what do I want to see present in this next opportunity? What do I like that I want to see present? Based on where I've been and what I've done up until this point, what do I want to lose? What do I not want to see present? And based on where I've been and what I've done so far in my career, what might be out there that I'd like to pick up, get my arms around, what's new that I haven't done yet. Those three things coming together can begin to constitute what opportunity might look like for you. The second goal in interviewing is for you to sell yourself to the hiring manager. This is really about connecting and making sure that we stay on point in the conversation. If you have the opportunity to ask this question early in the interview process, ask Mr. and Mrs. Hiring Authority, from your perspective, from your vantage point, what are you trying to accomplish in filling this role? What do you feel the right candidate will bring to the table to get you there? And then shut up and listen. Listen to the hiring manager as they describe what they're looking for so that you can coordinate and organize your thoughts and your experiences and bring that back to them in their in order of their priorities. So we want to ask that question: what do you think? What are you trying to accomplish? What's the end game look like? What do you think the right candidate will bring to the table to get you there? And that's how you begin to present your experience, skills, and background. Very, very powerful way of keeping the conversation on track, focused, and not getting swayed and talking about things that become distractions. The third and final goal, in my opinion, is the number one reason good candidates get knocked out of the interview process way too early. We want to begin to take a look at the closing attitude. If this is not the right job for you, if you know from what you've learned in at any point, but in the first conversation, second, third, once you come to that conclusion and you can say this is not the right job for me, don't be afraid to say thanks, but no thanks. No one wants to waste their time. Assuming that this is something that could be of interest to you, that is worth discussing further, that there could be opportunity in this situation, then we want to move the process forward. So if you know that this is not the right opportunity and you can definitively say it would be a waste of time to continue this conversation, trust your judgment with a politically correct thanks but no thanks. Anything more than that, we want to close. We want to close hard to win this game. Here's how I close. As the conversation's winding down, Mr. or Mrs. Hiring Manager, based on our conversation today, I have a clear understanding of what this opportunity is about. I am very interested in the opportunity, and I believe that I could deliver the results that you are looking for. I'm very confident in that of my capabilities. Step 2, while we are speaking, do you have any concerns about my candidacy? If there are concerns there, we want to vet them. We want to get them out. Do you have any concerns? That's your opportunity to overcome any concerns that a hiring manager might have. If there are no concerns, or assuming you've been able to address those concerns, we go to step number 3, which is the actual close. What is the next step in the process? Can we schedule something today? If you don't ask that question, you didn't close. Asking for the next step in the interview is the close. Don't expect that you'll get the date. Chances are the hiring manager will need to coordinate with other interview participants, have to check schedules. But the reason you ask that question is so that you walk out of there unequivocally interested in the opportunity and they know you know how to close. That's the learning, selling, and closing preparation for the interview. 2 other quick points that I share with people in preparation in modern day interviewing. Number 1, if the issue of money comes up, it's not something that you bring up, but if a hiring manager brings it up, you want to be prepared to deal with it. I deal with the money issue, again, with a 3-point answer. Here's where I'm at. An employer has the right to know that. I have a base of A, a bonus of B that brings me to a W-2 of C. I'm looking at the overall opportunity, this opportunity in its entirety. Money is important. I'd like to be fairly compensated. Everybody understands the concept of fairly compensated. So I'm sure that if I'm the right person for this job in every other aspect, we'll be able to come together on a number. They've got a reference point. They know that you're looking to be fairly compensated. That number is something that if I'm the right person, we'll be able to work through. And you don't have to lay a number out too high, too low, too early in the game before they really know who you are and you've sold value. The last thing that I'll just share with you prior to the interview is, in today's world, there are two or three things that are critical to bring to the table as to why you're the right person for this job outside of a skill set match. Number one, you want to be prepared to answer this question. If it's asked, introduce it if it's not, and that is, why do you want to go to work for this company? Why do you want to go to work? What is it specifically about this opportunity that is right? In a day and age where there are lots of folks out there who are looking for something, anything but what they have right now, you want to distance yourself from that crowd as far as you can. And you want to show the employer that this is something that you're very serious about, that you've done your research, that you've done your digging and gained insight, and why this is a real opportunity for you. Nobody wants to be the next person that hires this candidate till what the job that they're really looking for comes along. Nobody wants to make that investment to somebody who's going to fly for what they really want. So take time, dive into the opportunity, investigate if this could be the right opportunity for you. Let them know why this is attractive to you. And lastly, as you look at your accomplishments in your background, the things that you've done that you're the most proud of, take a look at what you've done and recognize that in today's world, how you've done it is equally as important as what you've done. There's no me, there's no we in me. Take a look at what you've done. Take a look at how you've done it. Be able to articulate how you've done it as much as what you've done. Take them through your track to success. Hopefully, this will help you out. Good luck on your interview. We'll talk afterwards.